Yeah, that's right. It's Sunday afternoon, so it's time once again for Show Us Your Cat. Yes, hello, it's Joe here for Joyrider TV. And again, we are looking at your boats and where you sail them around the world. Still, there are boats being sent in from around the world, not the actual boats, just pictures and video of your boats. So thanks very much to everybody who has been sending in your pictures of your boat, because your boats look fantastic and where you sail looks great. So that's nice. If you haven't yet sent in pictures of your boat but you'd like to, then either hit the description below for the details of how to send in stuff, or wait until the end of the video and then I'll explain. Okay, so let's dive in. Starting off this week in Italy at Circolo Cincinnato Anzio, where we have Stefano. He's got a few boats over there at that club. He's actually the Commodore of the catamaran sailing division of that sailing club. So the first boat that we're going to look at is, he's got a 1989 Hobie 16 with the Merit Cup sails. The Merit Cup was an event back in 89 for Hobie 16s. He's recently had this boat refurbished, including, will you believe, new pylons. Now that is a job, but I think if anybody's going to put new pylons on the boat, Stefan knows who that is. Next at the club, for the kids, they have a Dragoon. If you're not familiar with the Dragoon is a 13-foot long catamaran. It's originally built as a youth training boat. It's got a double trapeze, a spinnaker. The more modern Dragoons have got a self-tacking jib and square top mainsail as well, and a spinnaker chute. So it's a perfect training boat for kids who want to step up later on into the Formula 18 class, or perhaps these days it would be Dragoon, Nacra 15, Nacra 17 Olympic Games gold medal. Lovely. You can see on this boat that from the sails that this Dragoon has seen some action, but as I know, because we've got some of these bad boys, the Dragoon will keep going forever. It's just the sails that might need replacing. And finally, at Stefano's club in Italy, he's got a 1996 Hobie 16, which they've actually had there for over 10 years. This boat is featuring new sails. They've just gone for the white ones. Very sensible, because the white ones, of course, don't fade. And a new front beam, and again, new pylons. So I think Stefano definitely must know a good pylon fitter. So thanks very much for sending in those pictures there from your club, Stefano. And if anybody is interested in going sailing near to Rome, that has got to be the place to go. Okay, next we are revisiting in the UK, Rock in Cornwall, in the southwest of the UK, where we've got Will and Jeremy, who a few weeks ago we featured their boat called Spladoosh, a Hobie 16. And this is just evidence that there is Hobie 16 racing going on in the UK, other than the new national championships, which is going on once a year. This is Camel Week at Rock Sailing Club, where they're regularly getting each year a number of 16s turning up to race. So if you're down towards the southwest of the UK, then do check out Camel Week at Rock Sailing Club in Cornwall and get down and get involved there. Thanks, Will, for sending in the picture of that great event. Next, we're heading to the USA, to Palm Beach in Florida, where we have Robert, who's got a Hobie 16. Do check out the link in the description below to see Robert in action on his 16 down there. And finally this week, we're keeping it in the USA. We're going to Lake Hartwell, Georgia, where we have David and Lisa, who have a Prindle 18. They've been Prindle sailors for a long time. They had this 1979 Prindle 18 back in the day. And back in the day, they were ranked 3rd in the state. Good going. But since then, they had to sell up, unfortunately, because they had children. They have recently bought another Prindle 18, which is a 1984 boat that you can see here. It's got the original sails, which are in amazing condition for the age, I think you'll agree. It's got a brand new trampoline, and David's replaced all the ropes and says that the boat is like new. They're occasionally going to Delray Beach, Florida, to do some sailing down there as well, which is nice. But that is a great looking Prindle 18. And thanks for sending in those pictures there, David and Lisa, in Georgia, USA. Thank you. So once again, thanks to everybody who's been sending in their photographs and video of their boats to Show Us Your Cat. Once again, if you have sent in photos or video and you haven't yet been featured, don't worry, you will be featured in the upcoming weeks on a future episode of Show Us Your Cat here on Joyrider TV. If you would like to send in a picture or pictures of your boat to Show Us Your Cat, but you haven't yet done so, all you need to do is firstly get a picture. When you're taking a picture of your boat, try to make sure you're taking it in landscape format, so with the camera, so that it takes it wide, which will look better on the Show Us Your Cat video rather than portrait. If you've already got pictures in your archives of photographs and they happen to be in portrait, don't worry, send them in and I'll get them here on Show Us Your Cat. Video as well, if you can video in landscape, that would be better than if it was portrait. But again, if all you've got is portrait, that will do. If you're going out sailing and you think, hold on, it's pretty windy, then why not take a GPS device with you or your telephone running an app which will tell you how fast you're going, and then send it in for the global speed stick competition. Get on the leaderboard. The link to the leaderboards is just in the description below, so you can check out if you have sent in your speed where you're ranking at the moment, or if you haven't yet sent in your speed, you can send in your speed if you think, hold on, I could get in here. So send it in. If you're in Australia, South Africa, Argentina, Brazil, Wales, go out sailing on your boat, give it some serious beans, and then send me the results and I'll get you on the leaderboard. That would be nice. So thanks very much for watching Show Us Your Cat. There'll be more Show Us Your Cat next week, hitting the 4 corners of the world and the 4 corners of your catamaran on Show Us Your Cat. So thanks very much. Back next week for more Show Us Your Cat here on Joyrider TV. Yeah, that's right.